Hello everyone, it's Laura here from makingcardsisfun.com, and it's time for another Saturday STEM Day card video. Today I'm going to be making a card using the Balloons and Patterns stencil set from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to use the balloon over here to create a fun background. So I'm going to start out with a piece of white cardstock. This measures 4 inch by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to temporarily adhere the stencil onto my paper using some washi tape. You can also use painter's tape or post-it tape, or just regular post-its work great as well. There we go. So I'm going to be using Distress inks to add these balloons. The first color that I'm going to use is Spun Sugar. This is a beautiful soft pink Distress ink. And I'm just going to blend that color in. So now I'm going to be using Squeeze Lemonade Distress ink. And I'm just going to blend that in as well. Now you could use about any ink for this. You can also use a dye ink. Any dye ink will work for this. Not a pigment ink. You must use a dye ink. But the Distress inks just blend really easily, and well, you also can use these little blending tools for them. However, you can also use the blending tools with just regular dye inks if you would like to. So I'm actually just going to do the same the whole time, and I'll be using 5 different Distress inks in total. So now I'm going to use dried marigolds. And I'm going to blend that in again. Okay, so I'm actually just going to keep on doing the same. So I'm not going to do it on camera because it's going to be a little bit boring otherwise. But I'm going to use 5 different Distress inks. So I'm going to use more Spun Sugar, also going to use Worn Lipstick, then more of the dried marigolds, Spice Marmalade, and Squeeze Lemonade. So I'm going to add my last balloon using Spun Sugar Distress ink. And I discovered that it is actually easier to just cover up the edges with some washi tape instead of the scrap paper. So you can do it with washi tape, but also post-it tape or painter's tape works as well. So now I'm going to stamp my greeting, and I'm going to use the More Sketchy Banner Greeting Stamp Set from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to stamp it using some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Now I'm going to stamp over that greeting using Versamark ink. I'm going to emboss it using some clear embossing powder instead of using black embossing powder, because I don't have like a regular black embossing powder. I only have one with a hint of sparkle in it, and I just want well, I don't want any sparkle today. So I'm just going to stamp over that greeting. There we go. And then I'm going to use some clear embossing powder by Wow. So now I'm going to heat set the embossing powder using my heat tool. Okay, so I'm going to adhere the balloon piece onto a standard size A2 note card that I cut out of some Nina White 110-pound cardstock. So I'm just using some foam squares to adhere the piece onto my card. I'm going to adhere a couple of sequins on my card. I'm going to adhere the 4mm and 6mm sparkling clear sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. So I'm using a little drop of glossy accents, and I use these tweezers from EK Success to pick up my sequins. Okay, so that finishes up the card for this week's Saturday STEM Day card and video. You can make this card in many different colors. you could use like more blue and green inks, and then you would have the masculine version of this card. So I already did that. And I used also 5 different distress inks. I used Peacock Feathers, Tumbled Glass, Salty Ocean, Mowed Lawn, and Shabby Shutters. I will link to all the supplies I used and mentioned in the video description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next week. Bye! It's been a long time since Jeannie made a special guest appearance in my videos. So here she is. She's lying in her little cubby. This is just my Expedite storage unit from IKEA. And Jeannie likes to sleep in one of the units. So she's just very cute and very sleepy again. And this is her little toy that she uses when I am making a card. She loves to play with it, as you can see. So, well, here is my Ginny. She was asleep and now she wants to play. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to play a little bit with her. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next week. Bye!